So hello everyone. In this video we will talk about the estimation of sodium chloride by Mohr's method. Okay, so Mohr's method we have already talked about that in another video. So the same basic principle which is for Mohr's method is being followed in this estimation, and in order to understand this better it is important to firstly know that what is Mohr's method, and if you do not know about this you can go and check out that video here. So we will directly begin with the estimation of sodium chloride. So the experiment can be divided into three parts. Okay, so firstly we will prepare the reagents and the solutions which we need, and then we will carry out the standardization of silver nitrate of 0.1 molar strength, and then finally we will carry out the estimation of sodium chloride by using 0.1 molar silver nitrate. The silver nitrate is our titrant, okay, in this estimation. Now let us begin with the step 1, which is the preparations of reagents and solutions. So very firstly we will prepare our silver nitrate of 0.1 molar strength. So in a lot of videos we have already discussed that whenever we have to prepare molar solutions we see the molecular weight. Okay, so here firstly let us see the calculations of how we will prepare our silver nitrate solution of 0.1 molar strength, and for that I have written the calculations already below. Okay, so here we have to prepare a solution of 0.1 molar strength. Okay, so that is why we will use the formula for molarity, which is equals to the number of moles of solute upon the volume of solution in liters. Okay, so the number of moles has the formula mass of solute upon the molecular weight, and by putting this value in this equation, the final value, the final equation which we get is mass of solute is equals to molarity into molecular weight into liters. Okay, so what is we are doing is that we have to prepare a solution of silver nitrate of 0.1 molar strength. So we need to know that how many grams of silver nitrate we need to dissolve in how much liter of water to prepare a solution of strength 0.1 molar. So that is why we have written here mass of solute. So now we know that the strength of our solution should be 0.1, so therefore the value of molarity is 0.1. The molecular weight for silver nitrate I have already calculated, I have written over here, so it is around this. Okay, so that is why I have written 169.81, and liters here is the volume of solution, and we are preparing a 0.1 molar strength solution in 1000 ml of distilled water. 1000 ml is equals to 1 liter. Okay, that is why I have written here 1 liter, and when we will perform these calculations the final value will be 16.99 or approximately 17 grams. Okay, this means that when we will dissolve 17 grams of silver nitrate in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 0.1 molar. So this is how we have prepared our 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate, which is our titrant. Okay, so I hope up to here it is clear to you, because here simply we have used the formula for molarity, and I think that is very basic formula which we have already discussed in a lot of other videos. So now let us move to the next preparation. So after this there is the preparation of our sodium chloride of 0.1 molar strength. So here the solution of sodium chloride which we are preparing is not our sample. Okay, this sodium chloride solution we will use to standardize our titrant, which is silver nitrate. So here I've written theory that dry for 2 hours at 300 degrees Celsius and weigh accurately 5.844 gram of sodium chloride and all that. So here this value also again came out with the same formula which we have used for silver nitrate. Okay, let us again see how. So this formula, which was mass of solute is equals to molarity into molecular weight into liters. So here again this solution of sodium chloride which we are preparing must have strength 0.1. So here we will take 0.1, and here we will take the molecular weight for sodium chloride and multiply by again 1, and finally we will get our required value, which I have already calculated, and it came out to be around this one, 5.844 grams. Okay, this means that when we will dissolve this much amount of sodium chloride in 1000 ml of distilled water, we will get a solution of sodium chloride having strength 0.1 molar. So far we have prepared our silver nitrate and sodium chloride. Now let us talk about the next preparation, which is the potassium chromate. Potassium chromate here is our indicator. Okay, so if you know about Mohr's method, then you will know that in this we use our indicator potassium chromate, and it must be 5% weight by volume, which means that we will dissolve 5 gram of potassium chromate in 100 ml of distilled water. So far we have done our step 1, in which we have prepared our solutions and reagents. Now let us move to the step 2. In step 2 what we will do, we will carry out the standardization of silver nitrate, which is our titrant. Okay, so up to now we have prepared 0.1 molar solution. Now we will carry out the standardization of it. So let us read out the principle. This titration is based on the argentometric titration. Silver nitrate is titrated directly against sodium chloride and form white precipitate of silver chloride. Okay, so here the solution of 0.1 molar we have prepared in earlier step of silver nitrate. We will titrate it with sodium chloride solution, and finally what we will do, we will see that there are white precipitates of silver chloride. And now what will happen, that when all the chloride of the sodium chloride is consumed, which means that all these chloride ions have been consumed, then what will happen, then it reacts with potassium chromate, and endpoint can be detected with the appearance of brick red color due to the formation of silver chromate along with potassium nitrate. So if you have watched the video for Mohr's method, then you will easily understand this is the same basic principle which we have carried out in that method. Okay, so what is happening, that firstly our silver nitrate, it will react with sodium chloride and form white precipitates of silver chloride. Okay, this is firstly what is happening. Now what will happen, that when all the chloride ions have been consumed, what will happen, that the excess silver nitrate, it will react with our indicator and form silver chromate, and this silver chromate will be having brick red color. This will also be the precipitates of brick red color, and this brick red color will mark the endpoint of this titration. Okay, this is what is happening in our this step. So let us read the methodology, then you will understand better. So what we will do, we will take 25 ml of sodium chloride in a conical flask, and then we will add 3 to 4 drops of potassium chromate, which is our indicator, and then we will fill the burette with silver nitrate solution. Okay, so we are taking a conical flask. In that we will take our sodium chloride, and then we will add few drops of our indicator, which is potassium chromate, and then we will fill the burette with silver nitrate solution, carry out the titration. And what will happen, that the start the titration with silver nitrate until the endpoint is reached, which is suggested by the brick red color. Okay, so firstly white precipitates of silver chloride will be formed, and secondly brick red precipitates will be formed, which will mark the endpoint of this titration. So finally we will use this formula, which is m1 v1 is equals to m2 v2, and m2 is equals to v1 m1 upon v2. So here what we are doing, we are calculating the actual strength of our silver nitrate. In this step 1 we have prepared 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate. So in this standardization what we do, we see the actual strength of our solution. So m2 is the molarity of silver nitrate, v1 is the volume of sodium chloride used, m1 is the molarity of sodium chloride, and v2 is the volume of silver nitrate used. So these last three values we can easily calculate from this titration, and finally we will know the actual strength of our silver nitrate solution. And when we will know its actual strength, we can say that our solution has been standardized. Okay, so I hope to hear this thing is clear to you. Now let us move to the next part, which is the estimation of sodium chloride. Now the solution of silver nitrate, which we have prepared and standardized in the above steps, that we will use in order to estimate our sample, which is sodium chloride. So this principle is also again the same, only which is for the Mohr's method. So what will happen, that our standardized solution of silver nitrate will react with sodium chloride, which is our sample, and then again it will form silver chloride precipitates of white color. And then when all the sodium chloride's ions will be used, then what will happen, that the excess silver nitrate will react with our indicator, which is potassium chromate, to form precipitates of silver chromate, which are of brick red color. And when brick red precipitates will be formed, then that will mark the end of our titration. So this is I have not written the theory for the principle over here, because it is the same theory which is written in step 2. Okay, the same theory will come. The only difference in these two steps is that the sodium chloride which is used over here, it is a standard solution of sodium chloride. Okay, while the sodium chloride which we are using in step 3 over here, this is the sample of sodium chloride which we have to estimate. Okay, so here it is important to write it down, that here it is our sample, and in the above step it was our another solution of sodium chloride, which was a standard solution. So I hope this difference is clear to you. So now let us see the methodology for this step. So we have to take 10 ml of sodium chloride solution, which is our sample, in a conical flask, and then we have to add 2 to 3 drops of potassium chromate solution as an indicator. Then we need to fill the burette with standardized silver nitrate solution, and then start the titration with silver nitrate. until the endpoint is reached, which is suggested by the appearance of brick red color. This is the same step which have been performed earlier. So I told you that the basic principle is also of the Mohr's method. So if you know Mohr's method, you can easily carry out the estimation of sodium chloride. Now whenever we do the estimation of any compound, what do? We see the its percentage purity, okay, which means how much amount of that substance is being present in any sample. So the formula for percentage purity is V into E into Am into 100 upon W into Rm. So V here stands for the volume of silver nitrate used, okay. E is the equivalent factor of our sample, which is our sodium chloride, okay. E is the equivalent factor of our sample sodium chloride. Am is the actual molarity of our titrant, which is silver nitrate. Rm is the required molarity of our titrant, which is again silver nitrate. This required molarity is 0.1 because we need 0.1 a molar solution, and Am is the actual molarity which we have calculated in our step 2. Okay, so these values we already know, and we also we can know from the titration. And then comes the W. W is the weight of sample in grams, which we can calculate. So the only value which here we need to understand is the E, which is the equivalent factor of our sample. So if you have watched my other videos for the estimation of other compounds, you might already know that how do we do it, but now let us again understand. So equivalent factor is the number of grams of sample that react with each ml of titrant, okay. So here our sample is sodium chloride and our titrant is silver nitrate. So the number of grams of sodium chloride that will react with 1 ml of silver nitrate is the equivalent factor of sodium chloride. I hope that is clear to you. So in order to know the equivalent factor, we have to know the molecular weight. So the molecular weight of sodium chloride is this. I have already calculated. So it means that 100 ml of 1 molar solution of sodium chloride has these many grams of sodium chloride, okay. So instead of 100 ml, if we replace 100 ml with 1 ml, then this value we will divide it by 1000, okay. So the value comes out to be this. And again, instead of 1 molar, if we need 0.1 molar solution, then this value we will divide it by 0.1, okay. So this is our final value. This means that 1 ml of 0.1 molar solution of sodium chloride has these many grams of sodium chloride, okay. So now by using the formula m1 v1 m2 v2, we can say that 1 ml of 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate will react with 1 ml of 0.1 molar solution of sodium chloride, okay. And this value we have already calculated above, which came out to be around this. So it means that uh, 1 ml of 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate will react with these many grams of silver nitrate, which means that the equivalent factor of sodium chloride for 0.1 molar silver nitrate is this. So by putting all of these values in the above formula, we can finally calculate the percentage purity of our sodium chloride, and our estimation will be complete. So I hope this is clear to you that how we calculated the estimation. So if you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you.